What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Culture and Common Sense. This is the podcast where we get to take some time and relax and, dissect some of the biggest moments in pop culture history while at the same time trying to figure out the sense of it all, trying to find the real life lessons because there's always something to be learned. I'm your host, Bwoizy, and today we're going to be talking about the new kind of pandemic. We're going to be talking about celebrity oversharing syndrome. And I know that you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot to unpack, but we're going to unpack what we can. There is a wide variety of madness that people have put out there into the internet, into the universe, as a matter of fact, that we didn't ask for. But hey, it's right there on our feed for our amusement, I guess. 1 minute you could be minding your own business, scrolling on your timeline, trying to stay within your little bubble of the algorithm, and then bam, the next thing you know, some celebrity has gone viral because they haven't showered in 5 days, or someone has gone viral because they're beefing with their cousin over child support. And to be honest, the list gets weirder and weirder. Alright, have you ever found yourself to be tired of some celebrities? Like the ones in particular who will record themselves crying and then they'll edit that video down to get the juiciest bits and then they post that online for engagement. Have you ever found yourself to be like tired of some of those people, or the ones who will like drop a memoir every 15 minutes? Like, OMG, we don't need to be that updated. Like, come on, give yourself some time to breathe without telling us about it. Like, those celebrities, we get tired of them sometimes, but there's a lesson to all of that, right? Social media has made everyone into a marketer these days. Like, if you don't post it, it never really happened. And celebrities, because they're already famous, they capitalize off of this stuff. If you're not vulnerable for clicks, you're not relatable. And let's be honest, some of these celebrities are more addicted to attention than anything else. And I'm not saying that they do the D word or anything, but the kicker here is that it works every time. Every chaotic live, every overshare, every time they cry and put that online, it turns into streams and sales or sympathy. Like, we're watching their breakdowns in real time and we're rewarding them with our engagement. So, it's like we're feeding into them, but at the same time, we're kind of like robbing ourselves of our own peace of mind, because it's like, do we really need to see these people break down just so that we can say they're relatable? And is it always genuine? Could it be staged? Who knows? The thing about it is that oversharing fatigue is real, and I don't want you to lie to yourself. I know you have felt it before. Imagine you're scrolling and you see another A-list celebrity sobbing in their Bentley, moping around about being misunderstood while they're wiping the tears from their eyes with a Gucci handkerchief or something. And it's like the rest of us are here looking at you and you expect us to sympathize, but at the same time, we're here trying to catch up to where you are. So it's not just draining, it's almost disrespectful, because hey, you have so much to not worry about, you have so much to be grateful for, and you have people who are here aspiring for what you have, and you're out here acting all weak. Get up. Get up. I'm sure people have felt like that. But the real lesson here is that oversharing from the top can sometimes feel like emotional inflation for the rest of us. There's a big difference between being honest and being indulgent. Like, we love transparency, but not trauma exploitation, especially when it's wrapped in luxury silk and filtered through $1 million lens and probably has a marketing campaign behind it. Like, we're not dumb. We know when we are being exploited and we see right through you. However, before we point too many fingers, we have to look at ourselves too, because we're not innocent. We are the audience. We made this circus something profitable. We say we want peace and privacy, but at the same time, we're just waiting for some more drama to drop so that we can just consume it, soak it up like a sponge. We want to refresh the shade room every 5 seconds. We deep dive into Reddit threads, or we go into some gossip group in the group chats, or it's like TMZ live, but real life. And the lesson here that we have to look on is that you get what you click on. And the algorithm is always listening. If you linger too much on drama, you're gonna always start to get drama. You just subscribe to that digital chaos without actually subscribing. We claim that we want boundaries, but we love being in people's business. We're hypocrites, especially when it makes us feel better about our own lives, because hey, we get some amount of dopamine from feeling that we're better than other people. Oh, whoa, whoa. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. On the contrary, though, not everyone uses their personal life as a marketing tool, and we can take a lesson from those people that sometimes the most powerful flex is mystery. Let your craft speak louder than your confessions. So, here's what I want us to do. I want us to be proactive in protecting our own peace. The real deal is that whether you've got 50 followers or 500,000, the culture of oversharing affects us all. Are you posting your struggles for connection or validation? Are you setting boundaries or are you just building an audience? If you don't check your why, you might wake up one day and realize you've turned your life into content for people who don't even like you. Your privacy is not a weakness, it's an asset. Use it. Look, everybody likes a little bit of drama every now and then, and if you say you don't like drama, you are lying. And also, I'm not above it either. So we're just like peas in a pod, all right? But here's the thing, if we don't reclaim our senses, we'll lose our minds watching other people lose their shit. So you have to protect your energy. You have to stay mysterious. And you also have to remember that not everything needs a caption. If this episode spoke to you, I want you to share it. I also want you to rate it and tag me. I want to hear your take on what we've been discussing these past couple weeks. And if you're crying in a Bentley, just maybe call a therapist before you go live. I'm sure you can afford a therapist if you have a Bentley. Catch you guys next time on Culture and Common Sense. This is Bwoizy and I'm signing off. Whoa. Thank you for being here.